I like to drink on occasion. Any and every occasion. Good one.
It's been getting quite busy recently. Welcome. How can I help you? Today's recommendation is the steak.
Weapons need regular maintenance. Take good care of them, and they'll take care of you when it matters most.
Welcome. How can I help you? Today's recommendation is the steak.
Sure feels good to get away from my desk. Now, where's a good spot for a nap?
It's been getting quite busy recently. Today's recommendation is the steak.
I like to drink on occasion. Any and every occasion. Good one.
Today's recommendation is the steak.
Sure feels good to get away from my desk. Now, where's a good spot for a nap?
It's been getting quite busy recently. It's been getting quite busy recently.
I like to drink on occasion. Any and every occasion. Good one. Weapons need regular maintenance. Take good care of them, and they'll take care of you when it matters most. Sure feels good to get away from my desk. Now, where's a good spot for a nap?
Star-Snatched Cliff is known for its views. And a radish veggie soup. I guess I'll post the commission at the Adventurers Guild.
Testing, testing. Can you hear your beautiful voice? Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Can you hear your beautiful voice?
Star-Snatched Cliff is known for its views.
Alright, I am audible enough. What's up, Switch? It's your Lord and Savior King D353 here. Another stream of Let's Play Genshin Impact. In the last stream, we started the Onward, He Who Caught the Wind event, in which we returned to Mondstadt for a very nostalgic festival. Wait, a festival, I hear you say. Why does the town look exactly the fucking same then? The festival's in a bubble. You'll get it soon. Let's just, let's start doing our story. I'm not gonna do a warm-up because I'm running late already as is, so I don't think a warm-up is super necessary when you guys were expecting me an hour ago. Thank you, Pika Twig. Now, am I gonna have his good team? God, no. Because I don't have Durin, and I don't want to use Bennett. Circle Impact isn't fun. So this is the team I'm rocking with right now. I also had a Hydro version of it, but the Hydro version of it isn't very good. Wait, did I ever make my Electro version of the team? I don't think I did. Hold up, let me double check something. I think my Hydro version, my Hydro version is my Exploration team. Only, instead of having Jean or Sayu, I have Aoife because I'm trying to raise his friendship. And this is my Pyro version. Should I do my Pyro version or should I do my Electro version? What would even be my Electro version? Let me double check something. So if I was doing the Electro version, I would have my healer be Kooky.
Don't tell me they did it again.
Leave the boys alone, they've done nothing wrong. My assist would be... Where's Fishnets? Fishnets.
Your fate lie in my hands.
Oh, wait! I think I know who my last member should be now. I don't really use Animo characters much, which is why I wasn't sure how I'd finish off this team. But no, I know exactly who the last member should be. Where are you? Animal Shielder. I need to build you too, actually. I need to build more Animo characters. I don't use Animo characters enough. That's one of the reasons I pulled for Varka. There are no Animo characters I'm happy with other than Sayu. And Sayu does not a main DPS make. Need to build Lanyan too for my own Varka team. What luck.
I'm not sure. It was like this when I came to check on things this morning.
Why am I looking at this Valonia's church? It's the Abyss. Oh, what?
That can't be! How would the power of the Abyss even get in there?
You sure know your stuff, Traveler. That's where my head went too. But I don't know. Something is different about this power.
Yeah, it's hard to describe. It's the Abyss in nature, but also not a threat.
What does that mean?
It seems to be in an embryonic state. Like an egg that hasn't hatched, the dark clouds before a storm, or an omen before disaster strikes.
Of course the world within the magic bubble is imaginary, so the same should be true of this abyssal power. At least for now.
You created this magic, right, Alice? Do you have any idea what's going on here?
Okay, is it Alice's magic or Nicole's? Someone give me a straight answer.
New magic does often come with its issues, so I can't say I'm entirely surprised something like this would crop up. As for a solution, however, I'm afraid I need more information first.
One thing is for certain, at least. Given the current threat, we'll have to close off the bubble to event participants. My apologies, Miss
Both
Alice.
of their
I know
magics.
you've made a promise to Clee, but I'm not sure you'll be able to keep it.
I guess that makes sense. Oh shit, Chiyangi.
Have we ever seen Alice look this serious?
Breaking a promise to Clee might make her angrier than all of Dotori's scheming combined.
Unprecedented crisis notwithstanding, it's too soon to just throw in the towel. What we should be focusing on is how we're going to fix this.
Are we talking about the Klee situation or the Abyss situation?
Yes.
Both. Now, I have my suspicions, but I'll need someone to head into the bubble and confirm a few things.
Hold up.
It's not like we can avoid going in there, right? We have to nip this crisis in the bud, after all.
I agree. We have to take action.
All right. I'll go convince Clee to play somewhere else for now and then head right back. In the meantime, Nicole, be a dear and keep observing the bubble from out here. Oh, and provide any fixes you can while the rest are inside.
I don't know, Alice. There are quite a few unknowns here. It's not like I can force people to head in there and take that risk. We angels aren't miracle workers.
You sure about that?
Fine. I'll do what I can. Just be quick, okay? This is your magic, after all.
Well, guess this is our best option. We're definitely not gonna sit back and watch.
What was today's story meant to be?
The part where Barbados uses the lyre to summon Abyss-corrupted Dvalin. Then, everyone joins forces to fight him inside Storm Terror's lair, purges him of abyssal influence, and there you have it. Happy ending.
Yep, that sounds like how it happened.
Well, we've got the gang from back then all here. Let's go in and find out what's happening.
Count me in 2. Potential threat or not, if there's even the slightest chance Mondstadt is in danger, I need to get to the bottom of it.
Jean?
It's nothing. I was just feeling a bit, nostalgic, getting to work together like this again.
Yeah. Yesterday felt like that too.
Yes, but that was for fun. That which confronts us now is a real crisis. So I suppose the memories just came back to me all at once.
Ooh, look at you getting all sentimental. That's a first.
Well, I suppose I am a bit too high-strung most of the time.
Hey, don't be embarrassed to say what you feel. I think that's how things should be. It's how we all grow closer. Besides, the more you open up, the less people will be surprised like Paimon here when you choose to share something.
Just look at Paimon. No filter whatsoever, word vomits whatever comes to mind. And that's what makes her so endearing and approachable.
Paimon's lucky she hasn't been eaten to the sun yet.
Time on a compliment, tone deaf bard. Hang on. Was that a compliment?
The irony of saying that someone should compliment you more while giving them an insulting nickname in the same sentence.
Before we set off, I just want to stress that whatever is happening in the bubble right now is a huge unknown. I was able to maintain contact before, but right now all I can observe within is chaos. So I imagine communication might be cut off as well. It might be difficult for us to guide you, so proceed with caution.
Don't worry. This isn't our first time leaping headfirst into a dangerous situation.
Running recklessly, got it.
So a last resort I can fall back on if worst comes to worst. Though it would mean all our recent hard work going to waste.
Destroy the
You
bubble?
mean destroying the bubble entirely?
Yes, if it comes down to it.
All right. I'll monitor the situation from outside and provide whatever external fixes and support I can in the meantime.
Understood. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Sound good?
All right, let's go.
Variations on the Song of Dragon and Freedom. Begin. Personally, I've never cared much for the Diluc and Jean ship. But hey, if thinking about it makes you happy.
Whoa! Is this Mondstadt? Didn't we all come in at the same time? Where are the others?
The bubble must be highly unstable right now.
Look! There's Venti! Surrounded by a whole bunch of monsters!
We should go help them.
Yeah!
Ah, perfect timing. Come on, let's show these unwelcome guests the door.
You act like you actually need me here, Venti. Oh.
Here we go. Time for takeoff.
Oh, does this Venti not have the Hexerai buff?
Yeah.
This Venti isn't a Hexarai buffed one. Oh, right, because the Hexarai buff requires you have 2 Hexarai members in the team. And the Traveler isn't a Hexarai character.
Think you can get away? Here we go.
All good, Venti?
Very much so, thanks to your timely arrival. But Mondstadt looks like it's in bad shape.
The story's all messed up now.
Yeah! The city's crawling with abyssal monsters. It's almost like we've already lost.
I'm not sure what happened, but the rest of our group might need backup. Let's find them first.
Good point. Let's go! Look! It's the Volin! Is that just Paimon, or does he look way worse than back then?
You're right. The corruption has spread throughout his entire body. If we had failed to purify him in real life, I imagine this is what would have become of him.
Wait! It looks like something's falling!
It's his tears.
Like the ones we purified in the past?
Yes, but at this point, these tears are essentially crystallizations of abyssal power. If left unchecked, they will continuously summon abyssal monsters, and this disaster will never end. We also need to get our hands on one of them.
Right, so I can purify it.
No, this degree of corruption cannot be cleansed. Besides, we need them in their corrupted state if we want to summon Dvalin. I doubt the pure sound of the lyre can reach him in his current state.
Sounds like this whole thing is still gonna end in a confrontation, though. Just like back then.
Yes. I wasn't certain before Dvalin showed up, but now I'm sure this situation is more than simple chaos. It seems more like an alternate version of events, and I have some idea of how it came to be.
So do I, but we should find our companions first.
Well, monsters abound no matter where we look. You choose where to go, and I'll follow.
So I feel like, logically speaking, Diluc's gonna be at the tavern, and what's-her-face? Jean's going to be at... Okay, I can't enter the tavern. Oh, Nicole heals us. Okay. So I thought Diluc would be in this tavern, but I guess not. What?
Yahoo! Here we go. Time for takeoff.
Bro, just die already. A lot of games like you're taking too long. This is where the enemy is. Go. Okay, now Venti has health again.
Let's play! Think you can get away? Brace yourself. Yeah.
I see 2 Nicoles, but that's not what I'm looking for. Activate? What's this do? Oh, fuck! That was a trap to help with the Valen. Well, I don't see a tier in the area, so I guess I'll... I see an abyssal trail leading down here. Hello.
Look, it's Jean!
I've seen enough porn to know where this is going.
Let's play! Time for takeoff. Yeah. 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 Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Thanks for the help. Everything we encounter in this bubble is imaginary, but these monsters sure fight like the real thing. It's a bit too true to life.
Don't worry. As long as we collect Dvalin's tears, we can use this abyssal power to our advantage.
I see. In that case, let's get moving.
Have you seen Barca, by the way? We haven't found him yet.
No, he might be at the upper levels. Let's search together. Ah, right. I remember seeing D-Luke on the other side of the city. We should go help him first.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go!
Alright, I call bullshit. I was here earlier. You can't just go, oh yeah, he's here now. Now that you found Jean, he's magically appeared here. Fuck you.
Hey, D-Luke is over there!
I don't know how people do the damage by lifting and dropping thing.
I swear by my sword. Brace yourself.
Made it. Thanks for the assist. It looks like Mondstadt is in dire straits. Did you see any knights or civilians on the way here?
No.
And my initial suspicion could be right. The knights have abandoned the city and evacuated all civilians to a different location.
Abandon the city?
In the face of unrelenting abyssal attacks, it's possible they had no other choice. But none of that matters now. An empty city has its advantages. We won't need to divert our attention to protecting civilians, for one. Oh, and this thing. It looks like one of Dvalin's tears. I don't feel good about just leaving it here.
That happens to be just what we were hoping to find. Let's take it with us.
Wait, what about Varka? Have you seen him?
No, I'm not sure where he is. We'll just have to keep looking. Better to find him soon than later. The Grandmaster is an exceptional warrior, but this is the abyss we're dealing with. You can never be too careful.
We agreed that he's on the upper levels of the city, yeah? Nothing to see here. Bye, Mr. Rifthound. Oh god. I'll beat your ass later! That's not a Varka. That's not a Varka at all. You okay, Paimon?
What happened? The statue's broken!
The Grandmaster should be over there. Come on, let's hurry.
We're here to help.
Perfect timing. Let's do this.
I was expecting him to be like, who said I need your help? Okay, so Traveler's the triangle, got it.
There it is.
Go and fly!
Wait, hear me.
Thunder!
Let's play. Time for takeoff.
Time for retribution! Yeah! Burn! Looks like we're all back together. Everyone in one piece?
Makes sense that he was the voice of Thomas the Tank Engine. After all, he hits like a truck. That joke did not pan out.
Yes. The honorary knight arrived just in time to help us out.
Now that we've collected Dvalin's tears, the monster attacks appear to be easing up too. I'm sure you've noticed, Varka, but the city is pretty much a ghost town at this point.
Yeah, we should get out of here. No sense wasting our strength.
I did not expect that answer to come from Varka. I thought I'd be like, nah, this is our home. I don't care if it's empty. I'm protecting it so they have something to return to. No, apparently Varka is not the stubborn heroic type.
From monster attacks for now, at least.
Anyone there? The communication function bugged out again. Do you copy? It's me, Nicole. Alice just got that too.
Yeah, we can hear you now. What's going on?
When designing this experience, we cut out the part where the traveler cleanses the abyssal power, and we didn't think to replace it with a different sequence of events. I think what we're witnessing is a direct result of that. Alice and I thought the events in the bubble would be independent from each other. But since the magic is contained in one place, it appears a casual link has formed between all the events within it.
I thought that was supposed to be causal, not casual.
So, because Dvalin was never purified, we've encountered a major bug.
I knew it. So, what we're witnessing now is like an alternate version of events where the honorary knight never appeared in Mondstadt.
Wait, but even if the Traveler never showed up, you could have done something, right, Venti?
Hey, she called him Venti!
A far greater enemy than one person can face. I could have handled that specific situation, sure, but it wouldn't have gone quite so well. If I'm not mistaken, you've seen how that version of the story goes yourself, right, Varka? Through the mage's scryglass?
Yeah, it was a kind of prophecy. It felt so real, I doubt I could ever...
I thought it was Venti handles it perfectly fine, but the abyss spreads.
But you were wounded in the process.
But if Dvalin was sealed, how did things get
Oh?
to this point?
Because a seal doesn't solve the root problem. Over time, the abyss would just grow stronger and stronger, deteriorating Dvalin's consciousness until there was nothing left.
Ah, so Venti's worthless, got it.
Wait, does that mean what we saw earlier was...
The aftermath of Dvalin breaking free from the seal. That's right. He is in dire straits.
Wait, I just realized something. That means this ruins all the fans that think Venti's the strongest Aeon's argument entirely. Because I'm pretty sure... did I say Aeon? Archon. I'm pretty sure every other Archon can beat their Land's Dragon. Hell, we specifically saw Raiden kill her Land's Dragon, which I believe was the Ouroboros. If Venti can't beat Dvalin without getting horribly injured, that all but guarantees he's not the strongest Archon. Which, as a massive Venti fan myself, makes me a little bit sad. I mean, I guess one could argue that he would be holding back on Dvalin because Dvalin's his friend, but still, I think all of us that argued Venti's one of the strongest Aeon Archons have to, like, hang up our boots now. Nah, he can't be the strongest anymore.
The power of the abyss has fused with his flesh and bones. Purifying him now in this state is no different than sentencing him to death.
So kill him, got it.
So, if we want to resolve this crisis,
We have to kill Dvalin.
It's just fantasy Dvalin, that's fine.
Sounds intense, but remember, this is a fictional world. The real Dvalin is right as rain and a lot more mellow than this one, that's for sure. We have our solution, so let's hop to it. Should be a piece of cake for a group like this. No time to lose, right? We've got Klee waiting for us after all.
She's playing somewhere else right now, so we do have some time. Of course, the sooner we resolve this, the better.
You're right. This is the only way.
I know Dvalin means a lot to you. If this is too hard, you can leave it to us, you know? No need to scar yourself over a game, right?
I'll be fine. I was prepared for that possibility back then, too.
Clearly you weren't if Dvalin can injure you!
Stormcatcher's lair awaits.
I'm never gonna get over that. That makes me super sad. I wanted to believe that Venti was awesome, but no.
Everyone?
He's a scrub tier god.
More than.
of course. I just hope I learned a thing or two since the first time around.
Guess I'm the newbie, huh? Good thing I'm a quick learner then.
What Traveler. This was your first big fight in Tibet. Were you nervous back then? How about now?
I'm
Not nervous.
terrified.
We've all grown a lot since then. We overcame this challenge once, and we can do it again.
Paimon believes in you!
Then let the mournful cries of this lyre, tainted and defiled, summon a familiar now utterly warped.
You all right, Barbados?
Turning the surging abyss into musical notes is no simple task. But how could I claim to be the finest bard in Tibet if I didn't rise to the occasion?
I have heard enough.
Sorry, don't speak abyss. What the fuck was that first part? English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Well, this hulking dragon is as intimidating as ever.
Remember, we need to wear him down first before we can attack his weak spot.
He's much stronger than last time. Or they've given us very weak units to work with. Ah!
Climb up and attack the abyssal core.
I need to be using Varka, got it.
I swear by my sword.
Thunder! Nice job! One more to go.
Wait, what? The ground's not breaking.
That's gonna leave a scar.
Okay, yeah, the loot just sucks. Oh, fuck.
Time to switch positions.
Try to keep up!
Yeah, wouldn't gliding be fast?
Get back here, you slut. If you guys wonder why I keep bringing out the loop despite saying that the loop sucks, it's because I keep forgetting which button brings out the loop and which button brings out the others.
Wind, hear me.
Yahoo! Time for takeoff.
Hey, I wasn't done beating you.
On me. On me. Warrior sweeping it. Huh? Yeah.
Barbados, guide us. Think you can get away?
Up the ante! Thunder!
There we go. I'm sure someone did that way better than I did. Well, fuck.
Thanks, Gene.
I love how Paimon just accepted her fate. Paimon's like, if it is then. What? Who summoned actual Dvalin?
Dvalin, you're here!
I follow the liar's song, wherever it leads.
Thank you. Looks like the mage's tale isn't over yet.
So we just win now, right? Because we have Dvalin fighting Dvalin. Like, we just have Dvalin with extra steps. We win. Or the Abyss supposed to be powering up Dvalin? Okay, based off the fact that our Dvalin's firing off bullets, and that Dvalin's falling off energy waves, I guess the Abyss does make Dvalin stronger.
It's your turn to be the hero.
I'll take knight over hero any day.
He is altered twice in a row. This is bullshit.
La la la! Mom, I'm here to play! Huh?
We're very lucky Dvalin fell out the window, or else we'd all be dead. The bubble crisis is resolved without incident, while Alice and Nicole fix the flaws in the map to prevent any recurrence of the problems. Clee doesn't notice a thing and embarks on a relaxing adventure alongside her mother and Nicole. Now, the only issue left for Nice to resolve might be the window Dvalin broke.
Looks like it was a happy ending after all. It was kinda like a choo-choo car ride. It had its fun moments and its thrills. All in all, Paimon had a great time.
Guess it wasn't without some collateral damage, though. Sorry about the window, Jean.
It's fine. As long as the building itself is intact, I consider that a win. I'll arrange for the window to be replaced at a later date. In any case, we were lucky Dvalin arrived when he did. It would have been tricky to deal with a flying opponent otherwise.
I suppose I could have created a gust of wind to whisk us up, but I'm not sure our gliders would have survived the process.
Didn't you give me the ability to fly before?
We faced. I can't believe Alice still decided to bring Clee in there to play. She's a daring one, that's for sure. I mean, can we be certain there aren't other bugs that just haven't cropped up yet?
I suppose that speaks to the confidence the mages have in their magical mastery.
Also, Clee's absurdly powerful, so she'd probably be fine.
Blown to bits, and Clee still wouldn't have had a single scratch.
Her abilities do speak for themselves, I suppose.
So, what now? Anyone down for a drink? My treat.
Sounds like a great idea. But tonight it's on me. I happen to have a bottle of fine wine set aside just for the expedition team.
Haha, even better. Count me in.
Say no more. You had me at fine wine.
Can I get crunk?
All right, let's head over to my place then. You're coming too, right, Jean?
I'm afraid not. There's still a lot of work to do.
So what? The world's not gonna end if you push it off? Come on, we never get a chance like this.
I suppose that wouldn't be a problem if you head back to headquarters with me after we're done and help make up the work.
On second thought, how about you just join us when you're done with that? What about you, Honorary Knight? Gonna tag along?
I still got questions for Alice, so I'll wait for her to get back with Clee. Because for some reason, I'm not allowed to drink despite being over 500 years old.
Okay, all's well that ends well, am I right? To the bar!
I think I've only drunk off camera.
Alice loves going to the library. Let's wait for her there.
And yes, we know for a fact that the Traveler has drunk off camera because Zhongli has lines about Venti getting us drunk and him trying to sober us up.
Looking for me? I'm glad. I wanted to thank you for helping me keep my promise to Clee. She had a splendid time in the bubble. Nicole came with us to make sure all was in order and prevent any similar incidents from happening in the future. You live and you learn. It's rare, but even the Dodo King isn't immune to a small slip-up here and there, I suppose.
Small.
So, it's all fixed?
Yes, quite. The recording work is done as well, so now all we have to do is play it on loop. It should be smooth sailing from here on out. Anyone and everyone can now enjoy the bubble at their leisure. Nicole will keep an eye on them, of course.
Disaster experience. That was fate before we changed it, right?
I wouldn't put it quite like that. It was more like a fate that will not come to pass.
Huh? What's the difference between the two?
Let us not forget the courageous dragon slayer in the story. Well, in real life, he had already left on an expedition to Nodcry at that time. Of course, that doesn't mean Dvalin would have escaped his destined death, for another hero would have come along and paid a painful price for victory.
But what we saw in the bubble was what happened after Dvalin broke free from the seal. So, couldn't Barca have been back by then?
Dear Paimon, you're free to ponder such questions yourself, of course, but it's of little use to ask them aloud. Word to the wise, do not lose sleep over all those what-ifs, over the fates that will not come to pass. It's an exercise in futility. Those who can observe fate see both the good and the bad of what could have happened. But all that matters is what did happen. Those alternate fates are nowhere near as important as the world that exists in the here and now.
Alright.
There's something else. The abyssal power inside the bubble was far too real.
Ah, you're saying it was as if the bubble itself had become contaminated. I suppose some gunk could have stuck to my luggage while I was wandering the border and got mixed into my magic without me noticing.
How do you not notice that? Paimon is flabbergasted.
Just kidding. I would never be so careless. Your intuition is spot on, Traveler. What developed in the bubble was a nascent form of abyssal power that, if left unchecked, would evolve into the real thing.
What? So it didn't come from outside? It just appeared out of thin air?
The abyss is perilous, cunning, dangerous, obsessive, and most infuriating of all, a complete and utter mystery. I'm sure you've seen for yourself how complex it can be. The Hexen Circle has been observing its energies for a long time, and I think Barbalof's interpretation is the most accurate. The essence of the abyss lies in the hatred carried by all the fates that will not come to pass.
The hatred carried by fate.
This world is filled with conflicting elements. That one thing should happen signifies that a different possibility has been eliminated. These events can be small, almost trivial. I had Sweet Madame for lunch today, for instance. That means the Alice who chose tea break pancakes instead is no more. Of course, they can also be events that threaten the world, such as my friend Rhindotter's decision to tap into the abyss. In that instant, the tale of a future in which she remained pure was gone forever. So then, the question at the heart of it all is this. Why must these fates be the ones to disappear?
Paimon gets it. It's hatred that stems from not being chosen.
Precisely. The magic we wove this time involved recreating the past. However, some of the variables we added allowed a certain amount of these unchosen fates to come very, very close to reality. And thus, the abyss showed its teeth. Of course, much like always, it is not existence that it seeks, but the destruction of all. In the end, though, it wasn't a huge issue. Things like this happen on the border all the time.
No wonder your abyss is so full of hatred.
It has quite the victim complex, that's for sure. It's obsessed with entering this world at all costs. And that is precisely why we must protect our lives and those of our loved ones. Because when you think about it, to exist in this world is to be a spark of luck amidst countless possibilities. How precious is that?
Having to cross-charge the abyss many times, I'm beginning to think along those same lines.
Ah, Alice, you're here. I'm truly sorry about this, but per the regulations of the Knights of Favonius, I'm afraid I must send you to confinement.
Whatever for? Things turned out just fine with the magic bubble. Besides, if that's what this is about, shouldn't Nicole come along too?
It's not about the bubble. We received word that a number of fish have been injured as a result of explosions near Starfell Lake. As I'm sure you're well aware, fish blasting is strictly prohibited.
Oh dear. Run, Klee! Save yourself!
He's already inside.
Oh.
Guess it's a day of first for the Dodo King, huh?
Oh, farewell forever, traveler. You shall never see me again.
Variations on Song of Dragons and Freedom complete. Can I jump to the second floor? can jump to the second floor. That's glorious. Who needs stairs when you have calves of steel? Also, where's the door out?
Here, I'll draw him for you. Look, this is the bad guy who made a whole bunch of trouble for Daddy. It's all his fault Daddy couldn't make it back this time.
That big meanie. We should blow him up.
That's right, he is a big meanie. But thanks to the honorary knight and his friends, he's not going to be much trouble anymore.
Yay! The honorary knight is the best.
Okay, so I actually saw that posted on Twitter, and I thought that was someone just making things up and having fun. I didn't think Alice actually had Khaleesi Dottore and want to blow him up.
That explains the loud noise I heard outside. So it was Dvalin who fell into the river.
Considering his size, the fact that he broke a single window and not the entire wall, seems like
the window looks very not broken to me.
Thanks for helping with the repairs, you two.
Oh.
This place looks as good as new now.
Convenience.
That count as a great feat of alchemy, then?
Okay, let's do the games now. Starting with finding all the things that are wrong in this picture. Like our precious Klee statue. Statue of the Cleaven, I think they called it.
Track straight from here to Mondstadt.
An express line right to the best fish blasting spot?
Oh, okay. Might not be the best idea.
Did they always have dialogue for these? I don't remember these from the last one. And I think I see something down there. That's just a regular cart. Was that cart always here? That cart was always here. Oh. Oh, that's not right.
Oh, it's Eula and... Clorand? You're here in Mondstadt?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I received an invitation to exchange swordsmanship techniques. I'd heard of the single-handed sword form of Favonius blade work. But, after crossing swords with Miss Eula, it turns out the Knights of Favonius are quite accomplished with the greatsword as well.
You're quite an accomplished swordsman yourself. Although I suppose that's to be expected of the champion duelist. Even over a few short rounds, I feel like we've learned a lot from each other.
This is a good place to spar.
For sure. You don't have to worry about breaking stuff or accidentally hurting anyone nearby.
That's right. There also appear to be automatic harpasta launchers in the area.
Ah, that's one of your local traditions, isn't it? Shall we have ourselves a game, then?
Why not? You should know, though, I'm not easy to beat at this game. Ah, hold on. No muskets allowed.
Oh, why not? Doesn't it still count as hitting the harpastum?
Well, I wasn't expecting a random appearance from Corey, and...
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Aren't you supposed to be in solitary confinement, Lauren? How are you here to get in the way of my fun? That's a hilly trail camp. A beam of blue light has appeared in the southeast of the statue. Southeast? I am to the southeast, aren't I? No, I'm to the... No, I'm to the west. Now I'm south. Ah. Razor, wait, is that a Boreas's trigger point?
Razor? What are you doing here? And shouldn't this thing be in Woolenden?
Fiery woman came to take Lupical. I said no.
You stopped her?
She backed down, but then said I would do just as well. This sword is here, for now. I am here to protect it.
Hold on, let Paimon get this straight. Alice was planning to bring Boreas here, but you stopped her. So, she took the illusion of the sword and left you to guard it instead. That would make the trial of Boreas the trial of Razor now, wouldn't it?
What would happen if someone tried to claim the sword?
We fight. I protect Lupical.
Wow! Looks like Paimon's guess was spot on. Don't worry, Razor. No one's gonna take this sword. It's not even real.
Not real?
Let's leave the explanations to Nicole.
Alice's scheming claims another victim, huh? Let's take the photo and get Razor out of here.
Dude, it would be so cool if they actually implemented a Trial of Razor boss fight here. I want to be able to see some of the characters fight canonically. I know what you're thinking. Well, we can already see them fight canonically. We played them. No. I mean, I want to see how they would fight AI controlled. Like, would Razor focus more on his physical abilities? Would he focus more on his elementals? Would his stand be like a power-up that he does at half HP? Does he rely on it all the time, meaning he'll like pop it every like 30 seconds or so in the fight? I want to be able to fight these guys and see firsthand what it's like to be their enemy.
Definitely not.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
another tent? Huh. This one's kinda nostalgic too.
It's here because I refused to let that mage use my house as her playground. But we still needed an additional rest area for the guests, so we set up this tent instead.
Huh. Looks like we can use this device to keep in touch with the mages or get some hints. Kinda like we were able to do back then, remember?
Now that you mention it, the arrangement is almost identical.
Nights on vacation, summer, the sea, and a small little wave rider. It's all taking me back.
However, you're forgetting about the part where we were stranded on a deserted island and couldn't even make it across the water. That's what stuck with me the most.
Oh, I remember. At least I wasn't dead weight in that situation.
Fun times, huh? So, the mages prepared this stuff then. Guess we should take a picture and go check in with them.
Be my guest.
You know, the expedition in Nodcry is coming to an end, but knowing Grandmaster Varka, I imagine there will be another chance to set off in the near future. Not that I'm extending an invitation, I'm just mentioning the possibility, that's all.
Count me in. I'm always up for more Primo Gems from events.
That's our honorary knight. No matter the mission, you always have a place among our ranks.
Come talk to me when you do have an official invitation, then. I have other things to do in the meantime. The intel I have on hand is pulling me in 100 different directions, but unfortunately, time off isn't one of them.
Alright, they said I could talk to the witches, can I? No, they lied to me. Those lying liars. And now we're back at the grape orchards, which I believe means that I have... Oh no, I didn't look through everything. I can see this now.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Sucrose! I forgot your... Well, I didn't forget your voice changed. I just was caught by surprise by it.
Something wrong, Sucrose?
Oh, no. I was just looking for a piece of alchemy equipment we needed for the event. Master Albedo has always been careful with our costs. We maximize the use of every piece of lab equipment we have. So if something hasn't been used in a while, it's usually pretty old. Take this, for example. We've used it a few times before, but we found the effectiveness and ease of use somewhat lacking, so it was sidelined quite quickly. According to the mages, it was meant to be placed in the city, but it went missing after being tossed into the magic bubble. Luckily, I found it. I just don't know why it ended up here of all places.
Why not?
Well, all that matters is that you found it in the end, right? We'll contact Nicole and get her to send it back to the right spot.
Great. Thank you so much.
It doesn't... I saw Dahlia. There it is. You guys came here after I clicked on the turtle, but I didn't see it before.
Wow! I've never seen such a large turtle in my life. There was a time, back when I was little, when almost every child in Mondstadt had a turtle as a pet. It was quite the trend.
Oh, yeah! Gene and Diluc mentioned that a long time ago.
I had one too, of course.
Quite the hassle to take care of. Small pets like that always are.
Wait, you had one too?
Is that so strange?
Yes.
Oh, no, of course not.
Weren't you with the thieves back then? The thieves got you a turtle? What should we do with this tent tortoise?
I could bring it back to the church and raise it. It can stay behind the cathedral. I'll even build it a pool. Can't be too hard to raise, right? It looks like a tough cookie.
Not happening. The next thing you know, you'll have an invasive species on your hands. Just tell that mage to put it back where she found it.
Pretty sure it takes more than one to be an invasive species. Alright, I think the only thing left is going to be at the house itself. Because I made it a point to look at the edges to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, this is... It's not just one anomaly, it's multiple.
Such a succulent fragrance of grapes. Ah, this place is heaven. Had I a mouth that could move, I doubt I could resist eating them right off the vine.
This is awesome.
Whoever lives in here must be a person of means indeed. Even in a storybook world like Simulonka, we can never afford such a big estate.
Wait, but this is a world inside a story too, isn't it? Oh, hello! Is something wrong?
Oh, my apologies. But the event taking place at Dawn Winery is not open to the public quite yet. Allow me to show you around a different area.
Ah, I see. That's unfortunate.
Oh, it's Noelle! Hey there! Oh, hello, you two.
How'd you come to be stationed here?
Miss Alice thought things might get complicated around here, so she said she needed someone capable who could get the job done. So she flattered her way into dumping a bunch of work on you? Stuff that isn't even related to the Knights at all?
Oh, no. Mr. DeLuke was there too. He said he would appreciate some help guiding the tour groups from different worlds that are here to visit.
Tour groups from different worlds? Oh, right! The Golden Apple Archipelago, the Relurian Mirage, Simulonka. The gang's all here!
She really put you to work, huh?
Oh, it's all right. I'm happy to help.
And with that, we're done here. Wait, what? We're missing one? I thought we got 5 behind the winery, slightly to the side. This blue thing? Everything else had a cutscene. Oh, because there's already 2 people here. Okay.
I heard this thing was terribly ineffective when first invented. You could only catch 10 in a week. Why, the research staff barely wanted to touch it, let alone improve it.
But for some reason, it gained traction among adventurers once it entered the market.
True, it takes time. It beats having to do it yourself, I suppose.
But there are so many crystal flies around here. Surely it's not that difficult to just do it the old-fashioned way?
It's a bit far, though. Just imagine how tiresome it was back in the day, having to come out here over and over again and then catch it to help. Does that count as trespassing on private property, I wonder?
I suppose it hardly matters anymore. Adventurers aren't quite so keen on crystal flies nowadays.
The times they are a-changin', eh?
So it would seem.
What are they mumbling about?
Oh, believe me, Paimon, I get it. Then why would I say beats me? I know what they're mumbling about. Oh, my dumbass saw Varka and went, "Ooh, why is Varka in this room?" Before realizing, wait, that's me.
Huh? Yeah.
Luke and them aren't here. Well, they aren't in Angel's Share. Are they at Dawn Winery?
Try to keep up.
Oh, I never gave you a good glider. My bad, Varka. Let me fix that up right quick.
Huh? On me. Yeah.
Okay, they're not in here, which disappoints me greatly.
On me. Here. On me. Here. Ah! Huh? Ah! Yeah.
Alright, so I can't find where they are, which means they probably didn't give them a fun extra location. Either that or I just suck.
On me.
Hey there, Dwayne. Paimon. Let me introduce our new colleague. This is Ija, Signals Officer for the 7th Company, and this is her assistant, Vesper. Pleased to meet your acquaintance, Honorary Knight. The Helper in White. It's an honor to meet you. Say hello, Vesper. Another Signals Officer? Whoa, this Falcon's so well behaved. Looks like it's wearing armor. It's even carrying a tiny bag. Hold on a second. Paimon's confused. When did Amber mean when she said performance? Does this have something to do with Miss Ija and Vesper? Let me explain. Master Jean probably told you are holding a wind gliding speed shooting event, am I right? That's a very simple way of explaining it. In reality, it might be a little different from your expectations. This event's more like a flying performance and instructions challenge. The concept of this event isn't gliding for wind glider. It's about sending signals from the ground to airborne units, like Vesper, so we can instruct them to perform complex maneuvers and defeat monsters, represented by targets naturally. It should be a novel experience, a pleasant little surprise. So we're not gliding, we're guiding? That's right. This flying challenge is a technical demonstration. Our goal is to showcase the new direction we're taking to develop the Knights of the Favonius reconnaissance capabilities to our colleagues. Amber may be able to accurately detect enemy movements and make concise records while gliding. That's not a skill that every knight can aspire to. The goal for Vesper and me is to write a comprehensive set of instructions so that ordinary knights can coordinate with well-trained Mondstadt falcons and form a pair of eyes in the sky. That way, even without strong outriders, we can gather intelligence in sustained periods and ensure steady progress when advancing. In fact, the innovative forward-facing weaponry that Vesper is equipped with, some of the weaker airborne monsters we encounter can be eliminated in advance. Wow, very impressive! You sound just like an engineer. Relax, Ija. There's no need to be so serious around these two. You're not talking to Commander Frederica. Just think about it as playing for new animal, friend. The most important thing is to have fun. Sorry, Amber. I'm just really eager to get underway. Vesper and I have been training hard for this demonstration. If we can get your approval, Iron Knight and Helper in White, it will make our instructions are basically good to go. Then we can polish them up a little and put them on practice. Of course, you might encounter a few mechanical malfunctions during the demonstration. I've been training pretty intensely and may have ended up wearing out some of the components. Once the replacement components are ready, we'll swap everything out, don't worry. We'll make sure Vesper's backpack works perfectly on field. Sure! Don't worry, I'm not here to nitpick. And Paimon's gonna give it a proper go, too. Sounds like all 4 of you are bursting to go. Well then, have fun. In Favonius Falcon's recon log, the travelers command Vesper the Falcon to fly along a designated route and launch projectiles from an alchemical backpack to hit targets along the way. The more targets destroyed, the more trial coins earned, and the higher the flight score will be upon completing the challenge. During the flight, there will be multiple perspective changes in tracking view. When using a controller, hold the button to keep firing and drag the right stick to adjust the firing direction. In the top-down view, the Falcon will automatically target objects directly ahead. When the Falcon comes into contact with monster targets, elite monster targets, and monsters' bullets they unleash, you will lose action points. Coming into contact with elite monster targets causes you to lose more action points. Once your points are depleted, the challenge fails, so it's crucial to plan the flight path accordingly and avoid dangers. During the challenge, in addition to char coins and score, there will be various places to enhance equipment. Being elite monsters and targets might make them drop enhancing equipment. Pick them up to obtain combat buffs. After obtaining the honing... Okay, I'm so tired of reading shit. Let me just play the game! I'm probably gonna regret that, but I am so tired of reading. I didn't take any damage, but I'll pick this up anyway. After taking Cyclone Team, multiple wind vortexes will be created around the Falcon, doing damage to any monsters, bullets, and targets it may come in contact with. We have to face a boss enemy of some sort. What? Oh. I have inverted controls now, because I got shocked by lightning. I mean, at least I still attack correctly. Alright, me getting hit once didn't mess anything up, thank God. After obtaining Linear Strike, the Falcon's alchemical backpack will be charged. When actively released, it will deal damage to monsters, bullets, targets in a straight line ahead. Can't Paimon already go this high? So I can reach down. Somebody will be waiting for. Can I fly? Gotta keep going. New chapter. It feels so please. There's something to do. I try so hard to be strong. For her, so I can reach the somebody will be me, so I've gotta fly higher. Gotta keep going, everything is a great challenge for me. I will believe in myself. This is spot for me.
Hello there, honorary knight.
Thank you for being voiced.
It's so nice to meet you, honorary knight and Lady Paimon. Glenfidia, at your service.
Looks like you're in a good mood, Hertha. And nice to meet you, Glenfidia. By the looks of things, you're about ready to open?
Indeed. Thanks to some help from the angel's share and the cat's tail, our drink stand is ready to go. Besides all the classics, we also mix cocktails to order, and are currently offering a limited-time delivery service.
Cocktails? Do you remember that time we served as bartenders at the Angel Share?
No, because I wasn't here for that event. Luckily, yes, I was.
We
No.
sure have come a long way, huh?
It really was a long time ago. When exactly was that? No, that was a long time ago.
The only thing is, our current drink selection is quite traditional, and it stopped feeling fresh long before the expedition began. To offer everyone some more exciting choices, we're planning to revamp our menu. But I need to get back to handling resident requests, and Glenfidia doesn't have much experience mixing drinks. Plus, we've got a whole bunch of outstanding delivery orders on hand. Honorary Knight, if you're free, could you maybe help us out for a while, just until my other squad gets back from the Stormbearer Mountains?
You'll be amply compensated, of course, plus double pay for overtime, depending on your performance metrics.
I'm no rookie when it comes to mixing cocktails, that's for sure.
I'm not sure what performance metrics are, but she's happy to help with deliveries. As the best guide into that, Paimon needs to keep up with the changing times. Besides, this will give her the chance to explore the city and stay up to date with all the recent goings-on.
Working with you two is always such a breeze.
I'll do my best to support Lady Paimon in any way I can. I'm very skilled when it comes to things like portioning out drinks.
All right. Well, if you're ready too, then let's get to work.
The fuck? I just noticed someone busting a groove in the background. In a shadow-refined drink, the traveler will serve as a mixologist, mixing drinks according to the guest's requests. You may need to make some adjustments to the drinks to meet your guest's needs better. After talking with the guests, you can gather clues from the conversation then derive inspiration from mixing their drinks. Sometimes partial clues cannot lead to accurate conclusions. In such cases, you can associate this clue with other clues to derive inspiration in mixing a drink or instruction in a new topic. After gathering all inspiration from improved drink recipes, you can create new drinks based on those ideas, creating a customized drink that satisfies the customer. The first guest of the night's newly opened drink stand soon arrives. Its familiar shade of rose purple instantly soothes your mind. This might just be the perfect opening, Salisa. Also, the fuck is rose purple? That's not a color.
It looks like Hertha has gone back to her duties, and Glenfiddia is away somewhere too. Has our dear cutie taken complete charge of the drink stand?
Honorary mixologist at your service.
Wonderful. Now I can order without worrying about ending up with one of the logistics company's specials. The type of drink that keeps you awake all night, leaving you no choice but to pass the time working.
Ready for tonight. Shouldn't that be a thing of the past?
That's right. I'm just a carefree librarian now. If only there weren't so many people with overdue books, and I didn't have to go door to door to get them back. I would have dropped by to chat with you sooner, and try out your delightful creations, of course.
Any particular flavor you're after?
Let me think. I don't really have a favorite drink. Just wrestle me up something rejuvenating that'll lift my spirits. And if it could help me nod off to sleep later, that would be even better.
The drink stand has a collection of classic recipes. Let's start by choosing one of those. This is wants to feel rejuvenated. Snow-Kissed Dawn seems like a good choice. Milk, Sunsetia, and cocoa. Cut ingredients into large pieces. Shake gently. This drink is a masterpiece crafted by a painter and a bartender together, inspired by Dragon Spine at dawn, with a dollop of satana and an ever-energizing kick from the cocoa, restores the drinker's vitality almost instantly.
Here's a Snow-Kissed Dawn. Hope you like it.
It's delicious, cutie. Pleasantly tart, sweet, but not cloying, smooth on the palate, with a refreshing aftertaste. If anything, though, I seem to be feeling a little more energetic than I'd like. Perhaps you've unwittingly unraveled Glenfiddia's secret and concocted an even more effective pick-me-up?
Should I think of the ingredients?
Don't worry, there's no rush. Your eyes are aglow with curiosity, as though you have many more questions to ask. Let's chat for a while. Take your time. Inspiration will come soon enough.
Choose a topic you'd like to discuss. Which books have you collected today?
Since you're asking, it's been a bit of an unusual day. There's a chef, fresh out of training in Fontaine, who's recently taken up a position at the Goth Grand Hotel. She borrowed our most valuable book,
the Mondstadt Millennial Compendium of Desserts.
When was she in Mondstadt?
She plans to use dessert-making techniques to improve the taste of various savory dishes. Something about reducing their greasiness.
Sweet meat dishes?
Indeed. And judging by the results, she rather overdid it with the caramel sauce. What should have been fragrant meat slices ended up tasting nauseatingly sweet. Caramel sauce is such a fantastic ingredient, you know? It never fails to please when added to drinks. Sometimes, I even add a spoonful to my afternoon tea.
So add caramel to her drink, got it.
Isn't always about being as creative as possible.
You can obtain clues during the conversation to enter the compendium. Lisa managed to track down the Mondstadt Millennium Compendium desserts earlier. So can try something that for the tangier Smenta? After getting all inspirations, you can mix the new drinks. I need 4 inspirations.
Oh, this? That was for another of today's little errands. A large contingent of the expedition team will be returning to Mondstadt soon. They've been away for such a long time, so there's a good chance many of their tastes have changed. Jean asked me to visit some of their families to try and get a better understanding of what new ingredients might satisfy our knights' changing preferences.
Such thoughtful arrangements.
Well, they've all devoted their blood, sweat, and time to protecting Mondstadt. They deserve some care and respect in return. Based on what I gathered, the most requested ingredient was cacahuatl from Natlan. It seems like our knights have developed a taste for cocoa. In their letters, many of them mention that they rely on cocoa to keep themselves energized. I've tried hot cocoa myself, and I must say, I find it just as effective as coffee when it comes to staying alert.
So include hot cocoa. Let's listen to the prison members' preferred ingredients, and it seemed like Kakahati came up quite a lot. Come to think of it, Snow-Kissed Dawn uses cocoa too. The cocoa can be quite potent stimulant, so it's probably best to leave it out. Remove the cocoa? Okay. Been anywhere outside the city lately?
Surely you're not suggesting I take this opportunity to sneak off on a little countryside wander. You caught me. My investigations into Mondstadt's lesser-known drinks took me to Dawn Winery, where I had a little chat with the head housemaid, Adelind. On my way back, I ran into Emmetall out on patrol. She'd encountered some monsters she didn't know how to deal with, and in her desperation, asked for my help. I accompanied her on a detour to Wolvendom to teach some raving hounds a lesson. It's been a while since I've had such an invigorating workout.
It's a bit of into Dawn Winery passing through the Wolvendom. Perhaps it can throw in a touch of local flavor? Small Limegrass and Wolfhook are both native to Wolvendom. Which one to make for the better drink? So what kind of ingredients have you been into lately?
Lately? So careful with your wording, cutie. Is that because you think that I, too, might have changed since we last met? Or simply because you can't remember?
Well, you're so well-traveled and well-read.
Not bad at all. A flawless answer. Back in my student days, I might have been drawn to every new and exciting ingredient I read about, constantly expanding my horizons and stepping out of my comfort zone. But now, I've grown accustomed to a life of comfort and routine. To paraphrase a certain Leewed legal expert, my life is fast approaching a state of living out one's golden years in peace and comfort. I'm no longer so easily moved by adventure and excitement. I'm sure you remember, a few years ago, when we were adventuring together, You found me that sweet-tasting alchemical ingredient. Well, my tastes haven't changed a bit since then.
Okay. Lisa was joking about her life of comfort and routine. She was much of an alchemical ingredient I found for her a few years back. If I remember correctly, the ingredient was valberries and a never good choice for a drink. I swapped small lampgrass for valberries since I switched up the garment. Want to use a cup too, this will have more of an appeal. Small lampgrass is more of a garnish, so let's replace that with valberries. They'll just need to figure out how to incorporate the wolf hooks. They have a bright tangy profile. It should help balance out the sweetness of the caramel sauce. So replace the city with caramel sauce, remove the cocoa, garnish with valberries to a small lampgrass, large or small goblet. Alright, I think I know what fits best. Let me rush up a new improved version.
Expected, cutie. Your brilliant mind has grown even sharper. Just a few gentle hints were all you needed to light that special spark of inspiration.
Slumbering Rose, based on Snow-Kissed Dawn, this novel cocktail has concocted specialty for Lisa. After a long day, the library needs to recharge without risking sleepiness. In making this drink, you skipped any stimulating ingredients and focused a delicate balance between the sweetness of caramel and the gentle tang. The goal was peaceful, restful sleep. So why not call it Slumbering Rose?
Finished! A new creation, custom made for you. This should help you fall asleep quickly and guarantee you peaceful dreams. It's called a Slumbering Rose.
From the colors to the choice of glass, everything's been carefully crafted. You've turned it into a completely different drink. Based purely on appearance, it's exactly my style. Time to see how it tastes. Full marks. It's like savoring an exquisite dessert before taking a stroll along the shore of Cider Lake, with a gentle breeze caressing your skin, relaxed and at ease. I no longer feel drained of energy, but neither am I overstimulated. I'm actually starting to feel a little sleepy. As a bedtime drink, this is pure perfection. So good, in fact, that I feel like writing an article to extol the virtues of this slumbering rose. I can use it as an opportunity to crown you the new maestro of mixology.
Your satisfaction is all the praise I need.
Speaking of lakeside strolls, why don't you join me next time there's a clear, warm day, when the sun is bright but not too harsh? Any walk would be more relaxing with you to talk to along the way, cutie. Then, when we get back, you could fix me up another glass of Slumbering Rose.
I'll make sure to set aside the time.
And I'll make just as sure to hold you to that. When the time comes, I won't accept any excuses.
Sounds from another land. Perhaps due to a certain renaissance of fragrances, you attract a visiting performer from a faraway land. Runs over to see what the drink stand has to offer. A performer? Sonila? Her name is Ria when she dances on the sun. You're not a performer. Oh, perfumer!
Harmonizing talents here in Mondstadt.
You're on vacation?
Both, actually. A lady calling herself a mage asked me to come manage her flower shop. At about the same time, the Cat's Tail commissioned me to create a new fragrance for their establishment. Ending today's busy schedule with a drink crafted by you in person is truly a wonderful reward.
Then I'll make sure to pull out all the stops.
I have faith in your choice.
Emily is more sensitive to aromas than most people. That creates an unbalanced blend of scents that would make her uncomfortable. In any case, I should use ingredients with complementary scents. Try to add a dash of Fontaine flavor, too. Let's start from Mondstadt's take on the Lumi Deuce Delights. You sorry, making a drink named after a YouTuber? No one's gonna get that reference. Tea, juice, and mint. Wait, that's milk. Oops. The fuck am I gonna cut? Oh, I forgot I add mint. My dumbass was imagining the juice. It's like, yeah, let me chop up this juice right quick. Flippity-doo-dah, flippity-yay. More Disney fun is on your way. Valberry. Gloomy Deuce Twilights. A refined cocktail from Fontaine that has been described by drinkers as capturing the warm glow of the sunset over Gloomy Deuce Harbor. Rumor has it that you can still order this gem from a hidden menu at the Rusty Rudder, though it's rare for the bartender to recreate its original flavor perfectly.
Care to give this a try, Miss Emily?
Your artistry is truly a pleasure to watch. This tastes like a local variant of a Lumi Deuce Twilight. Am I right?
You're spot on.
The gentle and elegant taste, with its distinct layers combined with a hint of Mondstadt's characteristic scent, offers quite a welcoming flavor, all the while avoiding potentially discordant aromas. Though in reality, there's no need for you to be so conservative. I have quite a high tolerance for flavors that stray outside the boundaries of conventional wisdom.
So this one's probably a bit too traditional, huh? There's something more avant-garde.
Your drink was nice, but it would be perfect if you could make one with a little more depth. A cocktail that shows off your unique understanding and enhances my impression of Mondstadt. If you need time to mull things over, perhaps you might find inspiration in a little light conversation?
Dude, this is so dumb. Just order the fucking drink you want. How's everything been for your perfumery lately?
Oh, thank you for asking. It's been going well, though this trip to Mondstadt has presented some unexpected challenges. When I first got here, I was relying on a copy of An Overview of Aromatic Substances and the Human Senses to identify promising local ingredients from the Mondstadt region. To my surprise, my trial fragrance, which used Valberry as the primary note, proved far too sweet in the context of a tavern, relaxing people so much that they ended up feeling drowsy. The bartender with the beautiful ears, for instance, fell asleep right at the bar.
I never knew Valberries could have that effect, so I guess that means Valberry perfume's off the table.
Let's just say that sweetness isn't always a case of the more the merrier. Maintaining an appropriate balance is beneficial for both body and mind. Even in daily life, I rarely eat sweet food, and I try to avoid fruits like berries that have a high sugar content. In the end, I completely eliminated Valberry as an ingredient and turned instead to Windwheel Aster. With some success, I might add.
So I guess we changed our topping now? Bouquet on the table. Did you buy those flowers just now?
They're part of my reward from the flower shop owner. Important ingredients for making perfumes. Thanks to these, I was able to complete my commission for the cat's tail. I studied Mondstadt's Cecilia flowers many years ago. In fact, the fragrance of Cecilia in certain fields has become synonymous with Mondstadt itself. However, this is a special case. Some cats are quite averse to the scent of Cecilia, and we need to be particularly mindful of their preferences.
So what flower did you use instead?
Windwheel Aster. The various parts of the Windwheel Aster plant can be ground into a powder to extract their essences. I then blended the scents from its petals and leaves. The result carries the intoxicating sweetness of mead, while still emphasizing the fresh notes contained within the flowers, stems, and leaves. I just took it for a little trial run at the cat's tail, and the cats seemed to really like it, while the clients themselves found it comforting and invigorating. Extracting exquisite fragrances from ordinary overlooked ingredients? Oh, that's what truly brings me joy.
Usual hobbies and interests? What do you usually drink?
Usually, after work, my friends from the Maison Gardiennage sometimes treat me to a few drinks. I usually stick to fruit tea. That way, I can get straight back to work after our gatherings. If it's before a holiday and my friends are in high spirits, I sometimes order a small glass of sparkling fruit wine. There was an officer named Terena who used to treat me to aged Corte wine. But since she was transferred to the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, we haven't had the chance.
Oh, so you do drink alcohol sometimes. I thought it would overstimulate your senses.
In the world of science, high-proof alcohol is a widely used solvent. I've grown well accustomed to the smell of it by now. Besides, when I'm slightly tipsy, my state of mind changes, which in turn alters my approach to perfumes. It doesn't matter if the result is good or bad, it's all about trying something new. So I don't mind drinks with just a little bit of alcohol, but I don't like anything too strong.
The weather's nice today. So, this is what it feels like to start a conversation with a classic icebreaker.
It really is. A while earlier, I watched a whole run of fair-weather clouds float by, fluffy as pillows. It's not overly humid either, and the wind is gentle too. In such conditions, one's sense of smell is heightened, but not to an excessive degree. When scents are blended well, they naturally combine with the ambient context, leaving particularly powerful impressions.
I've never heard that before. How fascinating.
It seems something similar is true for mixology. As long as you choose a base of appropriate strength, the various flavors will blend seamlessly together. When mixed properly, all the ingredients work as one to create a most wonderful symphony for your taste buds.
I see, so the combination of flowers are key for flavors that blend together harmoniously.
Yes, that's it. Now I I think about it, layering distinct flavors doesn't really suit my personal preferences.
Corporate Windrow Esters. Emily created a new fragrance using Windrow Aster. Apparently was quite successful. What's the best way to incorporate the scent into a Windrow Aster? Mix referrally. We went from talking about and whether to the best way to blend scents. And we prefer the single, seamless ingredient scents rather than those with distinct layers. That case, I need to blend each ingredient together thoroughly in her drink. I should shake it a lot harder to make sure the flavors don't separate. Light liquor won't leave you drunk. Emily enjoys fruit tea, but she also occasionally drinks alcohol to get a little bit tipsy and spark her inspiration. I should add a dash of light wine to the base, perhaps something fruity? The sweetness of valberries has been added a few complications to Emily's work. Emily believes too much sweetness may not be a good thing for the human body. Valberries are used in Lumidu's Delight, perhaps she should swap them out for something else. Process the petals further. Windrow Aster seemed like a good choice. To make sure everything blends into one, I could try finely chopping the petals and spreading them across the top. Shake harder, then lightly. Use a base of fruit wine and tea. Change the double walled grass small. And garnish with something other than valberries. Think I know how to improve your drink. Please bear with me a second while I update the recipe.
Just from our brief chat, you've already formulated a new concoction. Perhaps you possess a natural talent for this kind of creative work.
Tea and wine. Fermented juice and chopped petals. Double walled glass small. Any garnish except valberries. Star salt. Lumidu's Twilight Special Blend. Based on Lumidu's Twilight, this novel cocktail was concocted specifically for Emily. The perfumer from Fontaine told you that excessive sweetness makes people drowsy. She prefers to enjoy a light touch of tipsiness, clearly knocking a guest out of the bar is the bartender's main goal. On days of gentle wind and clear skies, heightened senses can amplify the flavor of a particularly harmonious drink. Inspired by the art of fragrance, you've developed this subtle, elegant masterpiece.
Here you go. New and improved, Emily inspired, Lumidu's Twilight. I haven't come up with a name for it yet.
The colors are cooler and more refreshing, and the fragrance is delightfully subtle to match. Are these bright specks on the surface the crushed petals and leaves of windwheel asters?
Yes, you clearly know your stuff.
I'm sure it must taste wonderful. Let me try. In the language of flowers, the windwheel aster represents the visible winds. Your cocktail not only captures their form, but also the fragrance they carry. Therefore, I suggest you call this drink Windborne Bouquet. The winds and clouds of Mondstadt swirl together in the glass, leaving behind enchanting traces of fragrance.
Perfect name for a master of perfume.
Really? Oh, perhaps it's just a habit of my profession. I'm glad you like it. Now it's time to slowly savor this masterpiece. Thank you so much. This trip to Mondstadt has been so rewarding. This is the most memorable cocktail I've ever had. Once I get back to Fontaine, I will attempt to recreate this moment as both a fragrance and a perfume.
I'm honored.
Once I've perfected the recipes, I hope you'll do me the honor of being the first customer to experience these new products. Until then, I look forward to seeing you in the Court of Fontaine.
You know what's funny? I actually forgot she was Fontainian and thought she was from Sumeru. Did he actually rename it? Yes, he renamed it. Claymore and Musket, so... Chevros and Navia? The drink stand was built to help knights relax. After long days in duty, it just so happens that a certain captain has recently returned from a long posting at Dragonspine. Eh? Oh, Eula and Chloriand, I'm guessing.
So you're looking after the drink stand now. If I'd known sooner, I would have stopped by this morning.
I love the girl in the background just busting it down. Anytime you need a drink, I'm here to serve.
I've got to say, I'm getting curious. I've heard a lot about your mixology skills. I wonder what kinds of drinks you can mix with the ingredients Glenfiddich has prepared.
You've been working extra hard lately, haven't you?
I don't have much of a choice. It's just one thing after another right now. First off, the Knights of Favonius annual combat assessment is coming up. And this year, the standards are higher than ever.
I guess since you're fighting Varka?
As captain of the reconnaissance company, I have to lead by example. At the very least, I need to rank as one of the top 3 captains in the practical portion. So, I've been intensifying my training lately.
It's my first time seeing the inside of you as a captain.
Being a descendant of sinners means I have to work hard to maintain my position. I'll have you know I've never once neglected my duties. Anyway, on top of all that, my duel with Miss Chlorand required a lot of focus and energy. Learning how to turn defense into attack and seize the initiative when facing a combined assault from sword and musket. Even now, I'm still chewing through the details. But in the end, the exchange went well, and both parties learned a great deal. Never mind writing reports from 6 different perspectives, I feel like there's enough worth mentioning to write 24 of the things.
Sounds like you can do it for a really stiff drink.
Oh, I sure could. Anything that'll perk me up would be welcome. I'll leave the details to you.
Why does no one know what they want? Given Eula's current conditions, a big idea to mix her Twilight Twinkling Starlight. I almost said Twilight Sparkle. Yes, mix her Twilight Sparkle. Wine, fizzy water, and wolf hooks. Small bits. She wore a itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. She wore for the first time today. Shake hard. Shake, shake, just shake, shake, just shake, shake, just shake, just shake, shake, Latiosa. Aromatic goblet, medium. Star salt. Twilight sparkle. I know that's not what it says. This special cocktail was inspired by My Little Pony. I mean, the stunning vistas over Cider Lake beneath the starry sky. Both its color and flavor hint at a refreshing nature, but those of a lighter tolerance should be careful of its lingering kick, like a horse.
One twinkling starlight for Captain Eula.
No, that's not how you pronounce Twilight Sparkle.
Judging by your confident tone, I'm certain I will. Well then, I'll make sure to savor this thoroughly. Huh, not bad. Sweet and tingly, with a delightful airiness. The fizzy water really brings it to life. I suddenly feel full of vim and vigor. But just one glass doesn't quite scratch the itch. How about something with a bit more bite?
Not strong enough for you?
Don't hold back. You don't need to worry about putting me on the floor with nothing but a couple of drinks.
Let's see. Let's chat while I decide.
Works for me. The first company hasn't assigned me any paperwork for tonight, so I'm free to catch up and try your new creations at my leisure.
Drink on the table. I'm just wondering, that bottle you're carrying is imported fruit juice?
That's right. The merchant I got it from called it Romaritime flower fruit extract. It has a very unique smell. Here, have a bottle.
Why carry it around?
Oh, it's a necessary courtesy. In that book Miss Magistus lent me, The Blade Dancer, 20 years on, it says, after a duel, a Fontanian swordsman will politely invite their defeated opponents to a banquet. To properly play host to Miss Clorand, I searched for quite some time to locate a rare goods merchant in Dorman Port who sold this juice.
So you lost. So that's something out of a story.
I had my doubts at first, too. But Amber said something that makes a lot of sense. She said that even if this custom doesn't really exist, following it still shows I've made an effort to understand Fontaine's cultural heritage. Besides, who doesn't like trying new things, right? When I gave it to her at our post-training banquet, Miss Clorand really did enjoy this juice.
Oh, I got two stuff from that. Eating on duty. What do you usually eat when you're busy?
If you want to know what I've been eating recently, I'd better start by mentioning the logistics company's latest revolution. They launched a diet improvement initiative and started distributing a form of standardized canned food to knights operating in the wilderness. In the past, we only had dry rations. Every mealtime we had to set up pots and campfires, roll dice to choose a cook, and take turns standing guard. In all honesty, it was a bit of a hassle. Now we just need to bring our standard field rations, comprising of 5 cans and 9 paper packages. We can heat the cans by the campfire, and then we're ready to eat.
Sounds pretty convenient.
You did say, sounds like, right? Our canned food supplier has quite the stellar reputation, and their regular meals are indeed quite good. The problem is, in order to meet preservation standards, they have to make their military-grade meals way too salty. The vice captain of the 5th Company, who has a somewhat dry sense of humor, went so far as to say, this food's bad enough to bring down the wrath of Liyue's stove god. In any case, after eating it for a week, my taste buds have gone completely numb.
Someone should be held to account.
You can hardly blame the logistics company. After all, it is hard to please everyone. Our feedback has already been submitted, and they should be working on fixing the issue. Of course, having fresh meals prepared in camp by a dedicated company chef is still the best option.
It's been a while since we last saw each other. Have you been stationed near Dragonspawn this whole time?
Yes, I have. For a while, the situation there was
difficult. A gang of outlaw engineers was messing about with some sort of mechanism control technology, attempting to manipulate ruin graders so they could rob merchant caravans. To make matters worse, several veteran knights who had been stationed at Dorman Port were transferred to my squad, and they weren't happy to be taking orders from that Lawrence girl. Leading them on this mission was quite eventful. It took 3 weeks of stealth operations in the snow, with no fires to keep us warm, before we finally located the enemy's stronghold. Those veteran knights faced the bitter cold and were almost taken down by the enemy's smuggled battle nets. Fortunately, the battle went our way, and they had no choice but to acknowledge my abilities.
So I had to deal with that.
Me? I'm completely fine. But thank you for your concern. It was mentally tiring for sure. But fortunately, the operation wore them down far more than it did me. They won't be questioning my authority again anytime soon. If any new recruits try to make my life difficult, I'll just have my veterans give them a few friendly pointers. I guess you could call them a permanent solution, huh?
Restoration required. How demanding her abilities and duties in Dragonbite have been, Eula probably hasn't had time to fully recover. Helping her replenish her strength, I should replace the cool-tasting wolf hooks with some warm cocoa. Eula had a special time flora fruit extract with her, and she gave me a bottle to keep. She likes the fresh fruity flavor. I could probably find a way to incorporate it into her drink. The latest experience seems to be something worth remembering for Eula. She's probably reflect on her drink. I could probably tease out the threads of inspiration from our discussions and then try to piece them all together. Eula brought up a canned ration she's been issued recently. Apparently they've been salty, left her taste buds numb. Down in mind, she probably removed star salt from the mix. Uses coating of salt in the rim of her glass might make her feel faint. Understanding the thoughts in the duel. Every region has its own signature flavors, and the sword techniques from Mondstadt and Fontaine have their own distinct characteristics, too. Need to find out what Eula thinks. Maybe I should chat with her some more. Spartan mindset. How do you feel after your contest?
Oh my. To be honest, before we crossed swords, I was feeling eager, but also a little nervous. Miss Cloran's combat style comes from the mysterious Marechaussee hunters. In the library, there are some old Fontanian newspapers from hundreds of years ago that give some idea of how formidable an organization it was. A more recent newspaper claimed that Miss Cloran was an orphan from an underwater kingdom, and that before battle she would perform rituals inviting spirits to possess her sword. Certainly, from my own experiences, Miss Cloran's abilities more than match those descriptions.
So we're consuming of a sword-themed drink?
Incorporating elements of swordsmanship into a drink? Huh. Certainly a creative idea, I'll give you that. A commemorative cocktail at a time like this sounds nice, but how do you plan to express something like swordsmanship with a drink?
From what I've seen, Fontanian fighters armed with rapiers excel at thrusting attacks, put a high price on precision and sustained pressure.
That definitely matches the description I read in that book.
If I were to incorporate them into a drink, I'd say they're like coffee. Bold fruit ice wine, Mondstadt fruit wine. They may not overwhelm your senses, but they refuse to fade away. In fact, the first drink you tried had a fruit wine base.
That's right. You really know your stuff. I doubt there's anyone else in all of Tevat who could come up with such a perfect metaphor.
Your swordsmanship is different. You're like the lead dancer of the claymore, guiding your blade for big, sweeping arcs. You only need one hit to unleash a full avalanche of destruction. In other words, your style emphasizes forceful impact at the moment of contact.
There's no need to make it sound so fancy. It's just an aristocratic variant of Favonius bladework, with a bit of personal flair.
So you're more like a strong spirit that hits the senses hard and then leaves a clean, icy aftertaste without lingering flavors.
Firewater. In recent years, firewaters gained popularity the world over, following in the wake of prosperous Snezhnayan merchants. These days, almost every tavern has a signature drink that uses it as a base.
Then we found the perfect solution together.
You really are good. Why don't we try replacing the fruit wine with firewater? As for the alcohol content, that's not a problem. Plenty of the expedition team may have drunk themselves senseless with firewater. But me, I'm full of confidence.
You don't sound full of confidence. We talked about the difference between the Yula and Chlorian's blade work. We can represent this in the mouthfeel of Yula's drink. The obvious conclusion is to swap out the fruit wine for firewater. To match the big sweeping arcs of her sword fighting in a small cup when you cut it, be something a bit heftier. Old folks of cocoa, amount of time flower juice, replace fruit wine with firewater. Don't use a small glass and garnish anything other than salt. Alright, I think that's all I need to know exactly how to prepare. I think I know exactly how to prepare your next cocktail.
Brilliant. I'm looking forward to seeing how you do.
Firewater, Romana Time, Zeus, and cocoa. Any piece, any size. Large, like her sword strikes. Hard. Anything but star salt. Lemon slice. Classic. Sea Foam Sword Song. Based on Twinkling Starlight, this novel cocktail was concocted specially for Eula. Eula's swordsmanship is like a whirling waltz. She strikes with the force of an avalanche, and her finishing flourishes are clean and elegant. This approach is both refined in her drink and preferences. To match her style, the drink combines ice pure firewater, Romana flower juice steeped in commemorative meeting, and restorative cocoa to replenish her energy and banish fatigue, creating a true dance of flavors. This blend inspired by Spindrift Knight's Dancing Blade, Seafoam Sword Song felt like the perfect name.
Here's your all-new Seafoam Sword Song, mixed to meet your personal preferences.
Oh my, what beautiful colors. And you even added my Romaritime flower fruit extract. The aroma is perfect, and I can smell the alcohol, but it doesn't stifle the fruity fragrance. Let's see how it tastes.
Can't wait to hear what you think.
Give me a moment to come up with the right words.
Are you drunk already? You haven't even finished the damn drink!
I know it's unbecoming of a lady, and a proper connoisseur would savor their drink slowly. But I'm sorry, this is just too good to be true. Can you mix me another?
Can you handle another? Of course, feel free to hour as many as you want. And so Eula lost in friendly conversation and drank a lot.
Oh, no, what was I going to say? I've completely lost my train of thought.
You were about to invite me to your room.
Whatever. I feel fantastic. This cocktail. Oh, it's the best I've ever had. I think I'm gonna head home and get some sleep.
Do you think maybe you had one too many?
Don't worry about me. This is the happiest tipsy I've been in years. I'm still far from being drunk. By the time I've written up those reports from my exchange with Miss Clarend, I'll have been on duty for 3 months straight. Jean, the acting grandmaster. Isn't it about time she gave me some time off? I won't be forgetting this injustice in a hurry. You mark my words.
Okay, we have one more to do. Oh, I thought we had one more to do. Turns out we actually have... Oh god, wait, it unlocks in an hour? Why is there one that's still locked? We have 2 more to do, then there's the one that unlocks tomorrow. Beyond the aroma of drinks themselves, you give off a distinct air as a sword-wielding traveler. One that draws you yet another unexpected guest. So, Kazuha? Or Skirk?
Suspicion confirmed.
Oh, Chloriand. Shake it, girl!
While patrolling the area, I was sure I'd sensed a familiar presence, so I came over to take a look. And sure enough, here you are.
Please, have a seat, honored customer.
If Miss Charlotte were to see you like this, I'm guessing she'd take 100 pictures and write up a report. Sword-wielding traveler's secret side hustle. Exclusive cocktails from Tevat's Explorer Extraordinaire. You'd make the front pages of every major newspaper. And there'd be crowds of Fontanian tourists flocking to your drink stand, causing gridlock on the streets of Mondstadt.
If that really happened, I wouldn't be able to cope.
Luckily for you, I turned down Miss Charlotte's request to accompany me here, so you're unlikely to be seeing any scenes like that. Let's quietly celebrate this moment of peace. And on that note, I'd like a caramel glaze.
Woo! Go, girl!
On your face tells me you have a lot of questions you want to ask.
Let me mix you a cocktail first.
Calm and effortless. I'm shocked to learn you're a real pro at this sort of thing.
Firewater, caramel, and cocoa. I'm in love with the cocoa. Small pieces. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no bleeding. Don't give a fuck if my mouth bleeding. This is my last resort. Master's Goblet, large. Valberry. So look, I made this drink before. Caramel Blaze. In recent years, this blend has become one of Mondstadt's most famous drinks, celebrated for its bold covers and vibrant flavors. It's even been referenced in foreign works, from Fontaine's tabletop troupe to Inazuma light novels.
Your caramel blaze is ready. Try not to drink it all in one go.
Huh. It sure lives up to its name. The color reminds me of a raging fire, while that aroma really hits you head on.
Somebody call 911. Saw this fire burning on the dance floor.
Quite strong.
Would you like some water?
I'm all right.
Fire what?
I just need a little time to get used to it. As I recall, the last time I drank alcohol was at a wine tasting event that Navia invited me to last year. I only had a small sip of Sassika wine, and it was nowhere near as strong as this concoction of yours.
Don't force yourself to drink it if you don't want to.
From a purely rational perspective, alcohol can cause dizziness and impair one's ability to work, so it's best avoided altogether. But when Miss Farina saw me off at the docks, she mentioned that Mondstadt is the land of wine and poetry. Since I'm here, I thought I should at least try the local specialties.
As long as stay in your wants, I'm sure you'll be fine.
In fact, Captain Eula, whom I sparred with earlier, has quite the refined taste for fine wine. She even gifted me a bottle of Romaritime flower fruit extract, which is no longer produced in Fontaine, and can now only be found overseas. Out of the utmost respect for her skills, I feel compelled to deepen my knowledge of Mondstadt's wines.
Need to tweak the recipe a little, make sure you're completely satisfied.
I truly appreciate all the trouble you're going to.
No trouble at all. Oh, by the way, Miss Emily was here too.
Huh? Does that mean she's already finished her commission? Well, she's certainly efficient. Once I return to Fontaine, perhaps I can let Sijuin know that I'd be happy to purchase her latest perfume.
Oh, it sounds like you know her quite well.
I'm not sure I'd say that. On my way to Mondstadt, we happened to take the same boat. Naturally, we got to chatting. I've often heard Sijuin praise her work. After conversing with her on the journey over, I must say, she is indeed a rare and refined individual.
Refined?
She's gentle and composed, yet keeps others at a distance. Perhaps it's due to her profession. I find this approach ideal. It allows one to maintain a lasting sense of inner peace.
The next time I'm in Fontaine, why don't we all hang out together?
Oh, thank you, but there's really no need to set anything up. Our work rarely intersects, and our social circles hardly make for a Venn diagram, if you know what I mean. Best to just let things take their natural course.
Mondstadt scenery. Have you seen much of Mondstadt yet?
I've seen a little. I took a stroll around the city the first day I got here. Navia's done some rather extensive research on this place. Many of the scenes and illustrations for the tabletop troupe were inspired by views of Mondstadt. However, the way she describes the atmosphere in her world building is quite different from the real Mondstadt. The deepest impression I've got since arriving here is one of swords and shields.
Why's that?
Perhaps because I've mostly just visited the blacksmith and the training grounds. Recently, the newer weapons and armor produced in Mondstadt have been created using a completely different heat treatment process from those in Fontaine, with a higher carbon content in the surface layer. While this has slightly reduced their overall toughness, their impact resistance has greatly improved. These newer weapons give off a smell like overbrewed coffee.
That's quite a comparison.
Perhaps it's because that scent gave me such a positive first impression. You see, Fontaine's signature metalwork is often coated with a protective agent that contains Marcotte. Over time, the faint fragrance becomes overly sweet. And for some reason, it makes my teeth feel funny. I don't imagine the scent of Mondstadt's swords and shields would cause the same level of irritation.
I never realized there was so much complexity how swords were made.
Of course, there is a solution to this problem.
The next time you find yourself in Fontaine, there's another protective agent I can recommend. One that's as neutral as water, without any excess fragrance. If you also dislike being bombarded with sweetness, this protective agent should suit you well.
Quest on the table. Is that a gift from the Knights?
Indeed it is. The Knights codenamed Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5 gave me this crest. I must say, it's exquisite.
Hazelnut 3 and Hazelnut 5?
The design has only just been finalized. Apparently, it's only presented to important guests. They said they're making a badge for you, too, but it hasn't been finished yet.
Hazelnut? Why haven't I heard of these Knights?
You're not wrong. I guess it's similar to how I can't remember the name of every clerk in the Palais Mermonia. But I'm certain you'll get to know them in time. They're clearly seasoned veterans. Even though they work desk jobs, they still turn up in full armor. After handling my affairs, they headed to the tavern for a gathering, saying they wanted to continue last night's duel and determine who had the highest alcohol tolerance. Drinking barrels of beer the night before, yet being able to work with clear minds the next day. Whew.
Mondstadt is like nothing more non-wine for drink after work.
So what you're saying is, while Mondstadters may seem carefree, they actually have an admirable ability to know their limits when it comes to drinking.
No. What do you usually drink?
When I'm working, I often drink coffee. But with meals, I prefer a lighter tasting drink, like Buell fruit juice. Since I eat a lot of meat, the slight acidity of the juice helps balance out the greasiness. Over time, I've grown accustomed to the sour taste. After the swordsmanship exchange, the Knights of Favonius rather kindly treated me to some traditional Mondstadt cuisine. I had 8 different meat dishes, and all of them were excellent. The portions were huge, and only the highest quality cuts were used. Everything was cooked to absolute perfection. Of course, there was still room for improvement. When catering to tourists, the sticky honey roast and pile 'em up might benefit from a slightly lighter sauce.
Have you tried all of Mondstadt's signature meat dishes?
I've certainly tried all the red meat dishes. I think I've had enough calories to sustain 3 days of vigorous work, so I've had to decline all subsequent dining invitations. To be honest, I can still taste the grease. There must be a way to cleanse my palate.
Surprisingly, Corian's first positive impression of Mondstadt was one of the swords and shields. She doesn't seem to favor overly sweet fragrance, preferring aromas with a salty twist. Perhaps I could try dusting the room with a glass of star salt. Sounds like Corian has an exceptionally keen sense of taste, preferring drinks with a hint of sourness. Mulberries are sweet with a hint of sour, while wolf hooks are just the opposite, sour with a hint of sweet. I think you might prefer the latter. The crest is a souvenir the Knights gave Corian. Corian doesn't usually drink, but out of respect for her Mondstadt opponent, she's at least willing to give it a try. No, better not overdo things. A regular caramelized blaze would be too much. I should downsize things a bit. Corian seems to admire Emily. They appear to have similar preferences when it comes to drinks. Maybe there's something to take account. How should I approach this? 2 things here are actually equal to Emily. Emily likes balanced things, and she doesn't like things that are too sweet. I assume they want me to go for the too sweet? No. So balanced, then. Emily likes mild tea, and the last drink was also built around light base. I asked Corian if she liked it. Emily likes to drink tea. How about you?
Are you already planning the details of our hypothetical get-together? Based on my previous experiences with alcohol, I'd guess my tolerance is similar to Emily's. Fruit liqueur is probably my limit. So when the time comes, I think you'd be best off mixing similar drinks for the both of us.
The firewater used in caramel blaze is far too much of a kick. How about replacing firewater with something fruitier? Garnish with star salt, replace cocoa with wolf hooks, change it to coupe goblet S, replace firewater with fruit wine. Think I've come with a drink that'll be more to your liking. Please wait a moment.
Right. I'll make sure I'm mentally prepared. Even if it's still a bit strong, I'll do my best to finish it.
Fruit wine, caramel hooks. I'm out of cutting songs. Shake it, shake it, uh-oh, shake it, uh-oh, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Small goblet. Star salt. Leisure Time Lightning. Based on the Caramel Blaze, this novel cocktail was concocted especially for Chlorianne. To visit a Mondstadt with impressions shaped by the tabletop troupe, the Lightning Swift Chlorianne, the champion duelist, is especially sensitive to metallic nodes, showing a clear preference for flavors with a hint of salt. In her everyday choices, she also favors drinks with a gentle tartness to cut through the richness. For most bartenders, balancing these two demands would require extreme care, but after honing your craft at the Angel Share and the Flagship, you can precisely control every note in the cup. To help Chlorianne get to the mixed mood of her tour of Mondstadt, I wonder if calling this Leisure Time Lightning might be a good choice.
Alright, this new creation is called Leisure Time Lightning.
This drink is glowing.
A cocktail made exclusively for champion duelists. Enjoy.
Have you added fruit wine? It tastes wonderful. This is ideal for me. There's a subtle saltiness that combines well with the tartness of the fruit and the sweetness of the caramel. Each sip balances delicately on the edge of perfection. The color of the wine also fits well with the name, and the lightning imagery contrasts with the fiery nature of the caramel glaze. But where does the leisure time part come in?
Don't you find Mondstadt to be a leisurely place?
I see. That certainly matches the impression this cocktail gives me. Its unique aroma and taste will hold a special place in my memories of Mondstadt.
Your satisfaction is my motivation.
Do you think, if the chance were to present itself, you'd be interested in mixing drinks somewhere else? A cafe, for instance, or the Hotel de Boer?
Why do you ask?
Mostly for Navia and Miss Farina's sake. Though obviously I'd be more than happy to try more of your masterpieces myself.
It's hard to say right now, but who knows what the future holds.
I understand. I won't try to strong-arm you. In any case, I truly appreciate your hospitality. Thanks to you, whether I'm summarizing the key lessons from my exchange with Miss Eula, or discussing strategy with the Knights of Favonius, I'll be in my best condition.
Alright, I'm feeling tired, and I'm gonna have to do the combat training in another video anyway, so I think I'll leave the last two drinks for that next stream, so we can help spread it out a bit. We'll be able to do those last two drinks, the combat training, a talk with what's-her-face, and a few of the extra conversations. That should spread out an entire other stream, I hope. For now, though, that's it for... Actually, I need to see if I can do a poll. I don't want to do a banner poll. I want to save those. I have 10 standard polls. Let's do those. Just a 4-star. That's fine. Alright, and with that, that is it for today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you all. If you enjoyed and want me to start more of my content, first goes to the YouTube end. You can find me streaming every night at twitch.tv/KingD353. Again, that's twitch.tv/KingD353. I stream every night from 11 p.m. to whenever I feel like not streaming anymore. Every other link that I mentioned is going to be in the description down below, so if anything I mentioned to Twitch interests you, check in the description, I'll see you there. Now for those on Twitch's end, if you enjoy and want to see more of my content, you can find me at youtube.com/KingD353. Again, that's youtube.com/KingD353. When I'm not re-uploading streams, I'll upload episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist and random shorts. If you think I deserve it, you can donate to me at buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Again, that's buymeacoffee.com/KingD353. Every donation is appreciated. For those $1 a month, you can help support the channel as I'm sure I get to eat food. If you want more control over your donations, you can instead donate to me at throne.com/KingD353. Again, that's throne.com/KingD353. Unlike Buy Me a Coffee, which revolves around monetary donations, Throne.com revolves around gift donations. So rather than giving me money to spend on something, you can just straight up buy me the thing you want me to have. Be it equipment for the channel, food for my mouth hole, or something to troll me with. Send me a bomb for not finishing all of the drinking stuff. Finally, if you want to spend some time with me, you can join me in my personal Discord. Once you're there, we will chat, play video games, share memes, and have ourselves a grand old time. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see all of you beautiful people later. Deuces, Kingdom.